Hi everyone, my name is Jaslin Martin and I am a co-founder of LifeHealthSoul. We focus on empowering clients with on-demand breakthroughs to love themselves, know their purpose, and take massive action in the right direction. Now, I've gotten a gazillion questions recently on what a coach is or does and what do I do and what do I think. So I decided to make a little video so y'all can see this and answer all questions in just one go. This is going to be a little bit intermingled, just bear with me here, but I promise it's good information and answering a lot of questions. So this video is mainly just a little bit about me, what I do, and my belief system on it. First, I want to say, I don't ask you to trust me. I'm asking you to trust yourself. Notice your intuition and that gut feeling. And I am here to help you trust yourself, to trust the process of your life unfolding, and to trust your path. I also want to say that I am not better or smarter than anyone else. I just personally don't believe in the best anything. Best books, best movies, best teachers, religions, diets, fitness plans. It doesn't matter. There's only the best for each of us at a specific time in our lives. And life is an experiment. Each one of us needs to find out what works for us. Now, I have specific experiences and I love to learn, and because of that, I love to teach and I love to coach. And some people say I'm a great teacher and a great coach, and some people say otherwise, and that's okay with me because not everyone has to like me at the end of the day. So what I do is I meet you where you are. I don't tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I recommend, I invite, and I listen a lot. Now, some people ask me if I count myself as a motivational speaker or coach, and the best way I can answer this is with a little story. So someone came up to me once and told me, Jaslin, that Mindset Monday was amazing and you really inspired me. And I said, don't worry, it'll pass. And I might inspire someone for a little while, and that's because I open my heart and I open my mouth a lot, and I sow the seeds, Jim Rohn at its finest, and I offer reminders and perspectives. And honestly, I believe that is all a speaker can do. Now, here's a question I get a lot too. Do I master all that I teach? I teach a lot. Now, here's what I have to say to that. I am a good example of what I teach. I believe we are perfect as we are, but at the same time, not yet perfected, right? We're human beings, and that's one thing about it. And I'm wearing a shirt today, no perfect people allowed, right? I'm not perfect, and that's okay with me, and hopefully it's okay with you too, because no one's perfect. It's just important to continue practicing, and because practice makes permanent. So practice makes permanent, you have to be practicing the right things, right? The right things. I like to say the wise things. I've been focusing on, instead of saying right or wrong, wise or unwise, right? And we improve over time. It's not an instant, right? So everything that I do, I put into action, which is the one thing that we can control. And I just finished doing a Facebook Live on that, right? So what I have at the end of the day is a lot of stories. And my story is my treasure, because my story is different than any other person's story. And there's no story out there in the world exactly like mine, just like there's no story out there in the world exactly like yours. And our lives are a novel being written, and that's what keeps life interesting. And it's the idea of just valuing your own story. My story is no more special than yours, but I still value it. In general, I always tell people that I am your equal. Because at the end of the day, daily life is where we learn. And I am learning every day, just like you are. So that's a little bit about me. Now, the next topic is going to be like what life coaching is not, because you need to understand what it's not so you understand what it is, okay? So most people know what therapy is. Therapy focuses on the past, and they tell you why you have a problem. Coaching is not therapy. Coaching focuses on the future and the present action steps needed to get there. And we guide you on what to do to solve your problems. Another thing that coaches do not do is coaches do not give advice. They do not advise. We are not advice givers. For that, go to a friend or a parent. It's not us. We listen. And we guide you with questions, tools, and techniques that will empower you to find the answers within yourself. Coaches are not mentors. Mentors advise, which I've already said we don't do, or mentors train people. And we do not train you. Life trains you, the school of life. One of my favorite quotes. If anything, we help you see the lessons that life taught you. Does that make sense? Now, another thing that's really big for me is coaches do not label. There's a huge reason I decided to become a coach. And that's because for many years, I was going after psychology, right? Since I think it was in elementary, I don't know what grade, but I was saying I was to become a psychologist, right? And I learned that the main thing that was happening on that couch is I was supposed to be figuring out what label I can categorize that person under so I can look in a big fat book and tell you what's wrong with you and start figuring out what caused it. And I was like, okay, so I figure out what symptoms they have and then I have to figure out what caused it, but what about moving forward, right? So mind you, I love psychology and it has its purpose, right? And it's just not the purpose I wanted to give to the world. So it wasn't my life purpose, but it has its purpose. Now, I personally do not believe in labels, although I'm sure some coaches do. And I personally believe that each person is unique. And I believe in looking at this moment and seeing what we can change. The past is the past. We can only learn from the past and move forward. Cool. So what is a life coach? I just explained what it's not. So what is a life coach? The best way I can explain what a life coach is by The Wizard of Oz, right? The movie. I'm thinking about Glinda. Now, Dorothy, when she got to this magical place that wasn't Kansas, she ended up getting these red shoes on her, and people were telling her to follow the yellow brick road, right? At the end of the Wizard of Oz movie, Glinda shows Dorothy that the shoes that she had on the entire time were the answer. And she was like, what? Kind of thing. That these shoes can take her home, which is the main thing that she wanted. So Glinda's quote is, "You always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it for yourself." And even the Wizard of Oz had a quote. He said, "Everything you were looking for was right there with you all along." And that's what life coaching is about, really opening up your world. Glinda was a life coach because we continuously show you that you have the power, that you know the answer to every question or challenge because it's your life. So you're the only expert of your own life. You're the only person that truly knows who you are and what you need. Make sense? What I can do is I can help you discover what your personal best might be, what you want to do, your best version of yourself, right? And we become your accountability partner along the way. Now, honestly, we show you how to connect your head and your heart to make your dreams come true with proven step-by-step action plans. So it goes something like this. I have a dream, right? Martin Luther King Jr. style, or it could be a child dream or your career goal, emotionally related, business related, it doesn't matter, right? I have a dream. And you really want to make that dream a reality, but you just can't for some reason. You want some type of change in your life because you feel super duper stuck. And when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? So you find a coach and that you like their personality, their teachings, and you have a little interview with them on average, and then to make sure that they're a good fit for each other, right? And then bam, the magic happens and you live happily ever after. Okay, what the panda? What kind of magic am I talking about, right? In other words, how does the life coaching format work? Well, I can't speak for everybody, right? But I can speak for mine. So this is how my one-on-one coaching works, because I also have group coaching, which I'll talk about soon. My one-on-one coaching goes like this. 1, free discovery coaching call, right? Because I want to see that we're a good fit for each other. I want to meet you, you want to meet me, and honestly, the free discovery coaching call is for you to get a feel on what a coaching session is like, because it's different than a lot of things out there, and for you to decide if you like it or not. 2 is, depending on what package you get 60-minute coaching calls 3 times a month, right? It could be 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, but it's once a week for the first 3 weeks of the month, and the last week of the month, it's integration week. Integration week is where you literally like stop relying on me, right? We don't have a call. You can text me here and there, but I'm going to remind you that it's integration week. And this is for you to really practice what we've preached, right? To put it into action and to not rely on anybody else. This is your time period to get shift done. Shift done. Now, you also get unlimited text and email support, of course. And you get spot coaching depending on what package you get between 1 to 5. How spot coaching works is depending on the package that you get, you can get like brief check-in calls that you may call me for 30 minutes randomly, and then a certain amount of times depending on the package, of course. And that's only for emergency purposes, right? So you have your regular coaching calls, which are 60 minutes, and spot coaching calls that are 30 minutes. That one you just text me, Jaslin, it's an emergency. I don't know what to do in this scenario. I really need someone to talk to, and I'm there for you. Make sense? And then I personally give life work instead of homework. The reason I do that is because homework's had such a bad connotation to it that I wanted it out of the picture, and the school of life, right? So I give life work. And it's proven that there are 3 things that through time can really help support and change someone's world for the better. Proven, research proven, scientifically proven. Journaling, meditation, mindfulness. So I have like a journal course that I give out in every package that you get so you can start the journaling process. You have me to ask questions. I have multiple meditation audios, and I really get you to see tips and techniques for mindfulness. And then the last thing that you get, it's not really the last thing because it's a lot of things in one, is the VIP membership. What does a VIP membership come with? When you are a client of mine, you automatically get all of my online courses, all of my videos, all of my audios, all of my webinars, even the ones that you have to pay for, okay? And all of the free ones, of course, as well. Access to a private Facebook group, $180 worth of products in my shop or an entrepreneur starter kit, discounts for live courses and workshops, right? And then as a bonus, my mom is also a life coach, a nutrition consultant, and a Zumba instructor that runs in the family, so it seems. She actually got her life coaching at the same time as I did. It was really cool. And as like for my mother, you get all of my stuff plus all of her courses, her videos, her audios, her webinars, etc. She's more focused on health, and I'm more focused on life, hence the LifeHealthSoul, because everything has to do with soul. Right? I love my name. I love my business name. And then, of course, you get a nutrition consultation with her. So you get to see what she's like and whatever. Life, health, they go together, so do soul. So the group coaching program. The group coaching program is obviously the group, right? It's the VIP membership with all my courses, online, webinars, audios, etc. But you get 3 group coaching calls. And we get together in a call or a video together once a week for 3 weeks of the month, right? So that's what the group coaching program is, where I can pretty much coach and one specific topic or whatever you guys want to talk about or ask questions on a call or a video call. And then there's ever-growing online courses and videos. Every month I always create. That's how I work. And then I have peer calls. With the group coaching program, you get peer calls once a week with another person from the group that also becomes your accountability partner. And a lot of people say this is like massive for them, that the peer calls are one of their favorite things because you really start to meet the other people in the group coaching program, hear their stories, you end up not feeling alone. It's a great process. Now, if you pay the year amount, which is $180, right? Monthly for the group coaching calls, peer calls, and all that jazz with the online courses is $40 a month. $30 a month if you don't want the 3 group calls or peer calls, just the online course stuff. Yearly, it's $180 if you pay it, which is literally like half of the monthly subscriptions. If you look at it, 30 times 12, that's 360 if I'm doing math correctly, 40 even more. So 180 is 50% or less, right? And with that, you also get an entrepreneur starter kit. It's honestly, a lot of people tell me the group coaching program is amazing, very cheap as well. If you can't do the life coaching, great program. So what type of people do I personally work with, right? I work with women or men because I don't like to differentiate. We are all human beings. And I just work with people who feel stuck in their life or business and really just want a breakthrough. They're done with having breakdowns, right? And I'm really picky on one main factor, which is you have to be willing to change. I know this can be scary, but honestly, it's life. Life is all about change. Even Jim Rohn always said, for things to change, you have to change. So a big problem on why people feel stuck is because they are in a comfortable position in their life, or at least comfortable enough that they don't change, right? So there's a story that I like to use, me and my stories, is about an old man that he used to be on the front porch with his dog all the time. And his dog was always whining. I was about to make the whining noise. His dog is always whining. And his neighbors would just be so annoyed. Like, why is the dog always whining? So one neighbor finally asked, hey, old man, hopefully in a nice way, right? Hey, old man, why does your dog always whine? And he says, well, he's sitting on a nail. Why is your dog sitting on a nail? But it doesn't hurt him enough to move, I guess. He's comfortable sitting on a nail because it doesn't hurt him enough. Isn't that crazy? But that's how people are in their life. They're in these toxic relationships. They're in these toxic jobs and things, places that they don't like, even homes, right? And they stay there because they're comfortable and they don't know what else to do. And they just sit on that nail. Are you sitting on a nail? That's the question, right? So a lot of people go through the coaching program will normally change their entire life, their job, their view on life, change the situation because they have someone there that's really showing them that nail, right? And this world is all about change. And you're going to have to embrace it at some point. So why not now? What's stopping you, right? Now, I love helping people create the life their heart has been yearning for. And I help people to see it's totally possible from where they are to where they want to be. And I work with them to get there in a step-by-step action plan. My specialty is bringing people's passion outside of the closet, right? Out of the closet. And getting people to truly discover what their life purpose is. Then it's all about overcoming procrastination, fear, and other negative emotions that pop up. And trust me, I've got tons of tools on how to do all that. I do a lot of self-development. A lot of people tell me I'm a self-development junkie, right? I think it's cute. I like it. I don't mind. So my regular call to action here. If you're still listening to this, I'm going to take a guess that you're interested in either learning more about life coaching or you are ready for that free discovery call. What I'm going to do for you is, as soon as I finish this, my free discovery call will either be on my website, which I will post now for you guys, and girls for that matter, and then you guys can go from there. Now, again, I'm going to just emphasize this. I really recommend the free discovery call because it's kind of like an interview process where you interview me and I interview you. We see if we're a good match for each other. And if I feel like you're not, I will tell you straight up in a very nice way. and I'll end up referring you to somebody that I know that could help you with that, right? Most of the time, I tend to take clients, but you never know, right? And what if you don't like me, right? Which is totally possible, and I completely understand. I'm not worried about it. So, highly recommended, free discovery call. With that said, don't forget, create a nice day, guys and girls.